Let's see if Casey's back in time. Oh, there she is.
Miranda, what's in your hallway?
Oh, thank you
A
for asking.
ladder?
It's a step stool. There's a railing there that goes to my drop off,
Yeah.
And there is a fire thing like 2 feet over it. And it was the battery had to be changed, so I got that out, and I was like standing on the. Oh my god, it was horrifying. But I was like, "There's also one right here." I'm like, "How many do we need in one area?"
So.
And it shouldn't be in a spot that's hard to.
Oh, Walla girly.
I'm an Walla girl.
Is that purple?
Yeah, I don't like the color, but it's like all they had on Amazon.
Oh, interesting.
Now, did you know that you could sip, or were you like Adam, where you realized like months later?
I knew. Well, only because of the discourse around.
That's
the
what sets her apart.
RJ and I went to a sip and see this week. Speaking of sips, we went to a sip and see this weekend.
What did you see? And what did
a baby.
A couple we know adopted a baby, so it was like a chance for everybody to get together.
She had the softest
there was no
hair.
shower, right?
Her feet had not touched like the earth yet. It
was,
like
pure baby feet.
Pure baby.
So sweet.
Baby.
Yes. We were there because
we
his mom set up the party. And on
My
our
mom
way
planned
there,
the event.
On her way there, she calls us. We were like,
she's
probably
in the car.
She's like, she's checking to see where we are. She goes, well, I have COVID.
She's been planning this for 2 months.
Yes. She had to blow up balloons that were put in like these boxes that spelled baby. And there was a running joke of like, well, don't pop those balloons because those are COVID balloons.
Those are COVID balloons.
She blew them manually.
Yeah.
Particles.
Anything else we need to get through
you gotta get through now.
Aretha had COVID from Alaska.
From the trip?
It has to be.
Right.
First of all, this woman has had COVID, I think, like 7 times.
Yeah.
Like she can't go out in public to any vacation without getting COVID. And so on the cruise, her nose was runny, but like in a way like old people's noses are always runny.
And it's cold. When it's cold,
Right.
It's cold.
Oh, God. And God forbid I have her go like look at an iceberg outside. Like she didn't want any of that. And so she was taking.
She's already seen them, Miranda.
She's seen an iceberg before. And so she was taking Dayquil on the ship. And then she was talking about, she called me, or I called her after I won another trivia. I won the Disney movie trivia that I went to, but I won $100, not a medal. So that was exciting. So I called to tell her, like, Grandma, I won another trivia. And she was like, I've been on the bed, on the couch watching the Olympics for the past week. And she goes, I made a pot roast. I couldn't even smell it. I thought it was old. And I was like, Oh.
Yeah.
My mom said she bit into whatever she was eating and she said it tasted like cardboard. And I was like,
oh, no.
Just take me out. Just if I can't taste that.
If I can't taste that butter burger.
Coming soon.
Coming soon to
close friends near you.
Yeah, that's basically it. One more discourse thing. We have a new J-Lo girlies, and that is Blake Lively. Blake Lively is becoming the new J-Lo. Have you seen any discourse around this new film?
Everybody's so anti Blake Lively. Is that what's going on?
Yes. Well, it's a film based on a book based on domestic abuse.
Yeah.
And she is like avoiding entirely. She's like, grab your girlies, wear your florals, come to the theater. And then in an interview,
like Barbie.
Yes, she is trying to do that. And then somebody asked her in an interview, very like the most recent one I saw, it was a Zoom interview, and they were like, so because this deals with like really intense subjects, like if fans come up to you and want to have a conversation, like what should they expect? And she goes, what, do they want my cell phone number? Do they want to text me? Do you want me to call me? Do you want me to share my location with you?
Girl.
People need to not be defensive
Girl.
when they have money.
And I was
People
like,
need to stop being defensive.
and I've loved Blake Lively since pre-nose job, out of high school, Sisterhood of the Traveling
Sisterhood of Traveling Pants.
Pants. But I think being married to Ryan Reynolds has done her no good because his arrogance, his cockiness, his sarcastic sense of humor has rubbed off entirely on her.
Interesting.
And they're like almost the exact same person at this point. And it's
more just like he's like good at that comedy, and she's not good at any comedy.
So she's trying to do, and it's like this is the first like big blockbuster film I'm pretty sure she's been a part of. Like all the other ones are like cutesy little whatever. But
she was in the Anna Kendrick one.
Simple favor.
Simple favor, whatever.
Yeah.
I've watched that on TikTok. Also another film I've seen on TikTok is The Age of Adeline.
Oh my God, that clip of The Age of Adeline, I've seen it so many times on TikTok.
Which one?
It's the one where she's like, oh, it's my daughter. And
yes.
Yeah.
You two look like sisters.
And she's like trying to be like, okay, see you, bye.
Oh, and then she's running away from the FBI. Incredible film. Wow.
She could have had it all.
She could have had it all.
Rolling in the deep.
Rolling in the deep. But no, you should look up on TikTok just like clips of the press tour and everything. It's bad.
Because
it was on Instagram today.
Well, because and some of the gossip that Miranda had told me was that like they all like unfollowed one of the directors or like the director that's in the film that is actually talking about like this is about domestic violence, blah blah blah. This is about hope. This is about like,
and she's like, fuck that.
She's like, I love working with Jenny Slate. She's a great time. Yeah, and
it's that movie where they're like good friends.
Yes,
because on TikTok she like it's advertised like it's like a buddy like her and Jenny Slate are friends like since childhood, and it's just about girls in their 30s like being friends.
And like go ahead, Casey.
And y'all, when I tell you at the movie theater this weekend, there were millennial mamas in their florals going to see it in droves.
Just as
and Joe I told Miranda this already, but Joe got mad at me because I said kind of loud. I said, so last year was Barbie summer. Is this domestic violence summer? And he was like, you're being mean. That was loud. And I was like, that's what the book's about.
But it's like to the point where like
read the book and I know that.
In an interview, they'll ask like Jenny Slate how is working with Justin, whatever his name is. I forget his
Trudeau.
name. And she literally ignores the question and answers it completely different.
Wow, what is going on?
I saw the quote where he said if they were like, if you want to do a sequel, he would be like, I don't think I'm the right person to do a sequel.
He said there are other better people.
Yeah.
Her or the director?
The director.
Oh, okay.
The director. And I think he's talking about Blake.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Is there like every year there has to be like what was the Olivia Wilde movie?
Darling. Yes.
Yes, like a movie where it was like fine, but the press tour is the story.
Messy.
Do you know what I mean?
You know what?
Messy.
I kind of love it. Not in this. This one's a little like deeper. I like the good news, darling. Like somebody's sleeping with somebody. Like
right.
It's messy. So it's just all very interesting.
Okay, Casey, you get one thing before we dive into the
before you check out.
Before you check out.
Before I pass the fuck out. I had something. I do got something.
I do be
gotten something. Let me check my photos of recent McDonald's cups. They're back. They're here.
Yes.
If you buy it in the app, they've got a 20% off coupon if you spend more than $10.
Cups like collectibles.
The collectible.
Yes, the collectible cups. So that's this year's weird eye toy.
Oh, it's the weird eye. Yes, they're like different styles and stuff.
They're different collectible cups. Archie, have you not seen them?
I've seen the picture. Yeah,
okay, there's 6 of them. I only have one so far. Austin office is working overtime to get them all.
Of course.
Well, first of all, it's our background.
I know. But it's like is it their characters or is it like?
Yeah, they're different. So they have one that has the
There's
McDonald's
the
characters from like the 80s. There's one that has Shrek, Minions, and Jurassic Park. So it's like a universe. It's like Universal. There's Cola Bear. There's Barbie and Hot Wheels, which the classic growing up. Are you a boy or a girl?
Yes, Barbie or a boy toy or a girl toy.
The Snoopy with
wow,
Hello
the
Kitty.
Fry guys are on these. Wow.
Yeah. So it's
the Grimace cup.
Yeah, but they're little plastic cups. They're cute. But yeah.
But what was that thing on the group chat today about like the refillable drinks down the road?
Oh yeah. Apparently by 2032 that McDonald's is getting rid of all of their self-serve soda fountains, which we've known.
Yeah.
Or at least I knew. But anyways, the cups are here. I'm casually getting them, but I'm not trying to eat 20 Big Macs. So
you need a Big Mac.
You have to do the Big Mac?
It's it's Big Mac or Nuggies for lunch, but they also have a breakfast option. You can get like the whatever McMuffin probably.
Yeah, you can get brekkie.
Okay, I can get brekkie. So.
But yeah, they're here. That's all. That's okay.
That's all for it. Casey's about to jump back there and just take it out. Just lay down. Please just lay down. Yes.
Yeah, she can listen to me give my news. All right, girls.
Hey, girls.
Did you prepare a slide deck?
Oh shit, I should have. I really should have.
Did you post a carousel? Because we could just show a carousel too.
No, I didn't.
No, we could do for
I was gonna say you
were busy at the fair.
I got it.
Yes,
I didn't even go to the fair this weekend. And it was was it lovely in Chicago? It was lovely here.
Yeah,
it was so lovely here. It was only like 100 degrees.
Oh my god!
But it was so. I mean, we had the fucking air and water show. So first of all,
sure,
and market days.
So
yeah,
the DNC's next week.
Yes.
There's a lot going on for us here in Chicago.
I will say I did go to the fair on Thursday on opening day. It was actually like not very busy. I was really scared about going on opening day, but it was really nice. But I do believe we're going to go back because I didn't try any food that I wanted to try.
Are we starting with movies?
Yes. Okay. We are going to start with movies. So D23 was this weekend. The only two panels that we as a podcast care about
there we go.
are the entertainment panel. Then let me
center.
Are the entertainment panel and the parks panel. Those are the only two that we give a shit about. Everything else they announce, we're like, great, okay, but I'm only listening. I'm only watching to two of them. Mm-hmm. This year, the girlies decided to have it at 9 p.m. Central Time. In years past, it's what, noon?
Noon.
1?
Yeah.
And I had no idea why, but I think I figured it out, and I'll tell you in a moment. So basically, during the entertainment panel, nothing like mind-boggling. Here are our takeaways. Pixar was the big one that we learned. We learned Incredibles 3 is happening. We learned Zootopia 2 is happening, which I thought we knew.
Animation Studios, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, well, I'm just doing sequels, I guess. Zootopia 2, Toy Story 5, we knew about. It's going to be toys versus tech. That is the premise of the film. They showed
very topical.
Finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
I was thinking for Zootopia 2, maybe.
Oh my god, Casey, you are.
I'm just gonna mute me.
That's gonna be one long.
We back the blue.
Frozen 3. Frozen 3 is releasing November 24th, 2027. And it's going to be a 2-parter. Which, like, why would they say that? Why wouldn't you also just announce that Frozen 4 is coming?
That is so stupid. They really think Frozen is wicked. They literally very wicked. They literally were like, oh, Frozen is the Elphaba and Glinda of our generation.
It's embarrassing.
Like, it's embarrassing, is what it is.
Embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
But don't worry. So we got a preview of Moana. They came out and sang a song. Ali's wig, she's looking princess. Disney goes, "You're putting that wig on."
Yeah.
Don't you
Anytime
dare.
they get her back in,
Don't
they're
you
like,
dare.
we're not doing
We're not-
butch cut.
We're not
We're not
doing this
doing
butch
it.
nonsense.
And she-
not on our
And
contract.
baby
honey.
girl, she does it, and she does it well. She's like, "I will put on that show.
I'll
I
put on that
am
show."
Moana."
I mean, she owes her career to them
Yes,
finding her, basically.
Absolutely.
I mean, she's gonna be up there like Miley got her Disney Legends one day.
Yeah.
One day,
Yeah,
honey.
one
that's true.
day.
One day.
They did announce new things for Pixar. A new series is coming to Disney Plus in December. It's called, I forget what it is. It's like a little, it looked cute. It was like about a sports team doing.
There's
like
a Beaver movie.
Yes. So, and then another Pixar series coming about the Inside Out, like the Riley's Mind productions. So if Rainbow Unicorn is not in it, I am throwing my fist.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the one new film that they did tease,
Original
concept, is a movie called Hoppers, where this girl has the ability to hop into the mind of a beaver.
Slay.
John
for
Hamm
her.
is in it. Bobby Moynihan is in it.
Sure.
And she hops. So, like I said on stories, we just got prequels, sequels, and Beavers. That's really what we've got going on.
Title
they
of
Title of episode. I'll
Then
write it
they
down right
announced-
now.
Marvel, Star Wars, don't care. Too much.
Don't care.
Don't care.
Those are for boys.
Do not
Those are
care.
for boys. Ew.
Agatha did come out with like a
Oh.
performance. They did
Mhm.
whatever.
And it's a musical.
and it's a musical. So, and that will release.
And I
sometime
will
for
I will
Halloween.
just also say from the Star Wars in this home,
Uh-huh.
they ain't impressed.
Ah.
And the Star Wars machine, and they're just putting out more
turning out more crap. More crap.
food. Eat your Star Wars, baby.
Eat your Star Wars slop, piggy.
Mm-hmm.
The Mando film is coming out in May of some year. The Mandalorian film.
May of a year, yeah.
May of a year.
Good.
Anyway, so that's basically the takeaway from the entertainment panel. Any questions?
No.
No.
How much do we care about it being all sequels? Not at all. A little bit. Somewhat.
I'm glad
Well,
they
when-
didn't announce any live actions.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What? So you're saying that the worst of two evils is live action?
Well, the Stitch thing, I mean, it wasn't announced, it was just shown.
We knew Lilo and Stitch was happening. Like
Yeah.
that wasn't announced. Oh, I guess one new
Snow White.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson is doing a movie about Monster Jam.
Monster trucks.
Monster Trucks. Monster
Oh,
Jam.
great.
Sure.
But
Like
I
the
don't know. I don't know
like
if
the
it's
toy?
animated. I don't know. That's
No,
all I said.
it's like it's going to be a live action about
Oh.
like the lives of people that drive monster trucks.
Don't know.
Okay.
So
know.
yeah.
Snow White.
Snow White.
We
Did they talk about
see-
Snow White? No?
They did talk about Snow White. Rachel Zegler and Gal
They
Gadot
played
came
a
out.
clip.
They
Gal
did the
Gadot.
trailer.
Clip.
Yeah, clip.
RJ, say Gal Gadot.
Can we talk about her bob?
This is my biggest thing with it is her wig is so
I don't think it's a
Ugly.
wig. I think they didn't
Oh, it's
style
they
styled
it.
her?
Because her hair is cut. She cut her hair.
She did cut her hair.
For the
Oh, that's
role.
right.
Yeah.
I hate it.
But like it looks bad.
I think it's too long. I
I
that's
think
the
it's too
issue.
short.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
No.
like
It
she
looks like Lord Farquaad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It's whenever someone goes to somewhere and they ask for a bob and they get it too short and then they turn out like Lord Farquaad because they
I
have
feel like
it happens when you have really thin hair
Mhm.
Mhm.
and
Which
they
I don't
and then
think
they
she
don't cut
does.
it correctly.
No, she has.
I think she's really thick hair.
Yeah.
Miss Zegler.
I don't have that information on myself.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
She sounded wonderful.
Well, that's a singer.
That's
Yes.
that's a singer.
That's a
That's
vocalist.
I mean, that's theater, bitch.
That's theater.
But will it be good? How do you feel about the dwarves?
Are they ever?
They look weird.
I don't.
Yeah.
What was
they didn't
our
show
last?
them
What was
a
our
lot.
last good live action? What was the last?
Cinderella.
Well,
So the
I
second
like
one.
Miss
Oh,
Maleficent.
Miss Maleficent.
Oh, I
was
did like
good.
Maleficent. I like Cruella.
Cruella,
Yeah,
that
Cruella
was
was
good. I mean, the
fun.
ones that fully have a take on what they're doing. It's
Yeah.
not just a one-to-one copy. I
Uh-huh.
think are
Right, Pete's
actually
Dragon. Yeah,
interesting.
it was like interesting. Yeah.
Of all of
Mhm.
them, I don't change the channel immediately if live action Aladdin is on TV.
Did we like Winnie the Pooh? I genuinely
Christopher
can't.
Robin.
Christopher Robin.
I
We
love-
did. Yeah,
I
we thought it was
love
cute.
Christopher Robin. I adore Christopher
You've
Robin.
seen it since?
I
You've watched
So
it
what are
since?
the
I literally
ones that
watched
we
it on the
hate?
plane this year recently.
Oh,
Wow.
okay, okay.
What
What
are
are
the
ones-
ones we hate then?
Dumbo.
The Lion
Lion
King.
King.
Dumbo,
Dumbo
Lion
for sure.
King,
Dumbo, bad.
Beauty and the
Pinocchio,
bad.
bad.
Beauty and the Beast, Pinocchio, bad.
Beast. What are some other ones?
Jungle Book started great, and then Christopher Walken started singing. Genuinely.
Jungle Cruise, bad.
Aladdin. I don't think Aladdin's great, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't mind Aladdin. I don't like.
I don't
it's not
mind it.
Great. I don't.
I
mind
like
it.
her song. That's like
Yes.
Speeches is my favorite part of the movie.
I like all of the actor. I like all of the actors. I felt like it was very well cast, and they all
Mhm.
did a really wonderful job.
Mhm.
The
Will Smith
Mermaid.
was amazing.
Oh, Mermaid I haven't seen since theaters.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
I just what my thing for the remakes is like I want you to plus them in some way.
Yeah.
And plussing doesn't just mean it's a
Uh-huh.
longer runtime. That is not necessarily a plus.
Right.
Plus doesn't mean make a Lin-Manuel song, you know?
Right.
But don't worry because Lin is back writing the music for Mufasa, which we did know.
Yeah.
We did know that, yeah. And the plot is that Mufasa is actually the son of the king and
no.
or I'm sorry,
Scar
Mufasa's
is actually, or
Scar is actually the son of the king.
not Taka. What's his name? Like Taka, Take.
Takis?
something. Taki.
Takis.
Takis. Scar's name, they don't say Scar, but it's like Mufasa is an orphan. Baby Scar saves him for some reason.
Baby Scar's right here.
Baby Scar Cupcake asks to bring Mufasa into their family. And then there's like a
and
bad
Scar is
group
the
of
son of the
lions.
king, the
Scar is the
actual
son
heir.
of the king, the actual heir. But
Why?
I think something happens because there's some naughty lions.
Simba.
Aw. There's some naughty
Sorry,
lions that we think.
I'm so checked out. I'm like,
She is like anything else, girl. Yeah.
let me mute myself.
But yeah. I was gonna say so checked out, but like not checked out enough. Like-
you're in the middle, you're in between.
But yeah, so
Okay.
so that's what we learned.
Great.
Anything else in movies?
Prequels, sequels, Beaver movies.
Anything that genuinely you got excited about.
No.
Okay, great. Cool.
That's
Not
kind
even
of like
a little.
the state, right? That's kind of the state of
That's
of it
definitely the
all.
state of the films for
Yeah.
sure.
That's the state of theater today. Movies.
movies.
No, go ahead and mute yourself again, sweetheart. You just keep that right off.
Those shutdowns.
All right. So
Okay. Park Sunny.
Let's do
We're
this.
going-
Horizons.
So Horizons, the parks panel started at 9 p.m. They were telling everyone on Friday, you cannot film, you cannot record, you cannot take photos. There were signs everywhere. And then all of a sudden, Saturday, those signs disappeared. They were nowhere to be found. So people were like, okay. So I found a live stream because famously, listeners, if you don't know, they did not live stream it unless you were watching Fortnite 2 hours after it started. So there was no actual live stream by Disney, even though it's always live streamed. But there were some live streams happening on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever. So I found one on TikTok and I was watching. At 9 o'clock, the band Mad Tea Party came on.
Sure. This
And-
is a Southern Californian classic if you're a fan of the Disneyland parks, blah blah
Yes.
blah blah blah.
And they played for 25 minutes.
I did not realize that. That's crazy.
It was like 9:20 and they were like, we have a couple more songs. People like were losing their fucking mind. People were literally like, I'm like shocked they weren't getting like booed. by the audience at that point. So people were like, something is happening. They are stalling.
They're trying to get those streamers. They're trying to get their batteries to die.
Yes.
That's exactly what was happening. So I'm just gonna search my text because I was in charge of texting.
Are you gonna go in order?
In order.
Yep.
You're not just gonna go through the Scott Gustin of it all?
No, because Scott Gustin was not Scott Gustining on Saturday
He was
night.
picking and choosing, it wasn't
choosing, and it was like
he was
5 minutes after, and I was like, what are we? If I didn't have a live stream, if they weren't allowed to live stream, I would have been so frustrated by the delivery of
just how it was coming. Yeah.
How it was coming
by the delivery of the dominoes for sure.
Yes. So also before the panel, it was Friday, they had like an Imagineering panel, and they did say that the parks panel would not be blue sky.
They specifically made a point of being like, none of what's happening is blue sky. So they definitely heard the criticism from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They took that for sure.
So,
but also some things are still blue sky, even if you just don't say they're blue sky.
But also, until there are drawn plans marked up by it.
Until
it's
open. Until it is open.
Until it is open.
Because, girl, there was work done for the play pavilion.
Yep.
And where is she?
That cast
and where is the play pavilion?
And they're in technical. What is it called? Like
dry tech. Yeah.
So then they start it by, honestly, it was wonderful. They started it by bringing out Patrick Warburton, and they did the entire Soarin' pre-show safety spiel, but in like a D23 manner. They even brought back the same man who had to take off his hat. I was losing my mind. It was wonderful. It was so funny. So then Josh comes out, little Joshy Poo comes out
tomorrow.
Yeah. And we all know who Joshy Poo is.
Yeah.
And like the first thing he says is like, this isn't blue sky. Dirt is moving. Like being all weird. And then all of a sudden they play a clip of Full House.
What?
Yeah. All of a sudden it was like a clip of Full House with Snow White and Dave Coulier. And I was like, who, if you have not seen the Full House Disney World episode, Snow White and Dave Coulier are like hosting the event at Magic Kingdom that night. All this to say, John Stamos comes out and starts singing A Dream Is What Your Heart Makes.
Oof.
And he'll do anything for Disney.
He will do anything.
He'll bend over
he came on stage and was like crying. Like he was so moved by being there, whatever.
Sorry, John Stamos started crying because of how emotional he was.
Because he was so touched by the crowd at the Honda Center.
Yep. And then Josh tomorrow says something that worried me a little.
Oh, God.
He said, we're going to take you through this evening with music.
Oh, God.
Why? Who? Okay.
So then they did this like...
Here's the thing. They're trying to make it like a moment. Then why the fuck aren't you streaming it? If you're putting all this work.
Babies, it was a concert.
That makes no sense.
They had...
Rita Ora.
They had Meghan Trainor. They had Pentatonics. They had All for One. They had, I'm trying to think of who else.
They had, okay, let's summarize. They had everyone who does a performance for the Christmas spectacular.
I'm surprised Julianne Hough and Derek Hough didn't start
I'm surprised dancing. Tomorrow by Together didn't do a performance.
And so it was like they would announce something and then there would be this full musical production. So that is why it had to be at 7 p.m. at night, because they had to get all this talent to
everyone
work at
in
night.
Hollywood.
Equity rules, honey.
Equity rules, you know. So they like just did this cute little like animation of just like going through. It was very silly. It was whatever. Then all of a sudden, Josh is like, and we're going to bring out some friends to help us kick off celebrating Disneyland's 70th, which, mind you, is in 11 months.
Yeah.
Over 11 months.
Next year,
they bring out Skyler, Astin, and Darren, Criss, Artie's favorite.
Boy.
And they did like some like Tony Award opening number.
How I have to know, at what minute are we into this?
Thank you for asking. It was 9:40.
Not a single announcement.
Not a single announcement.
But let's
And
kick
then
it off.
at 9:44, I texted, "Okay, Josh is back." And then at 9:40, and then it was like Josh was back, and immediately talking about Avatar, which we knew was coming to Disneyland Resort, is coming to DCA, and the new attraction looked like a water raft.
Yes.
So we don't know where that's going.
It is not Flight of Passage. They are not.
It is not. It is a new. It is based on Avatar Way of Water, and the new one, which they did announce the name of Fire and Ice, Fire
and Ash,
Brimstone
and Treacle.
Fire and Ash.
And then at 9:50, so we're going pretty quick here. Ernesto de la Cruz came on stage and did an entire "Remember Me" number, the entire thing. Not even a verse in the chorus.
The villain of Coco.
The villain of Coco, Ernesto de la Cruz, and an entire choir came out and did a whole "Remember Me." And
in the
Oogie Boogie face.
Yeah. Okay.
And then they announced a Coco attraction was coming to Disney
DCA.
California Adventure. No timeline
So we got
on that.
2 for DCA.
Two for DCA.
Track.
No.
Work is underway. They say work is underway, but then they say breaking ground in 2026.
Breaking ground in 2026.
Yeah.
Which is the next time they're going to have a D23.
Yeah.
That's the next year for D23.
So then they started mentioning nighttime spectaculars. Edith Espinosa and Rachel Porter came on stage.
Edith
was there. And then they started talking about, like, they're like, "You may know us from our work on Broadway, blah, blah, blah." And then
Casey's like, "We were already talking about Disney, and now they brought Broadway stars. She might as well just
Disney said, "This is no longer for you, Casey."
No, they're like, "Oh, Casey's out? Great."
Then they talked about a new era of shows. September 20th, there's a new nighttime spectacular coming to Tokyo Disney Resort.
Okay.
Disneyland Paris will get a new nighttime spectacular. And for the first time, it will be projections down Main Street at Disneyland Paris.
Okay.
And then the big thing, summer 2025, Magic Kingdom is getting a new nighttime parade called Disney Starlight. And basically, it's like a rendition of Main Street Electrical Parade, but like on steroids.
They couldn't pay Andrew Lloyd Webber for Disney Starlight Express. It was right there. He didn't want to budge. Damn.
He said no. Peter Pan, Encanto, Frozen, and more.
Blue Fairy. So
Blue
you know
Fairy.
I gotta go.
Yeah. Adam.
So there you go. Adam will go to
That's
Disneyland.
the only
once.
reason I will go back to that stupid fucking
Adam
park.
will be back.
Well, I gotta go back so that I can retake my engagement photos.
Then I was like, what is happening? Because we're not there yet. We're not there
Wait.
yet.
Magic Kingdom? Disneyland.
Magic
Starlight?
Kingdom. Magic
Oh,
Kingdom.
Kingdom, girl.
And then I got so confused because Pentatonix came on stage and started singing Wishes.
And you were like, what's going on?
And I was like, we're talking about nighttime shows, baby girl.
Don't play with
this.
Quit playing games with my heart.
And then they started singing Illuminations and We Go On. And I was like, what is going on? What is going on? We go on. Where? Where are we going on? It was nothing. They were just singing.
They were just singing.
And they popped over. This is what I don't like. They pop all over the place with these announcements. It doesn't make any sense. There's no
Also
fluidity.
Pentatonix. They keep popping up out of You're like, oh.
Disneyland Paris World of Frozen is opening in 2026. And then with that, they're getting a new nighttime spectacular on what is called Adventure Bay Lake, which is kind of like World Showcase, where the lake is going to be like in the center of all of the different lands.
Wow. It's like Islands of Adventure.
Yeah. And then after that, they announced that a Lion King attraction and land will be joining World of Frozen. And
this
then they
is allegedly because DLP decided they didn't actually want Avatar.
Oh, great.
That's the rumor. Is that they were offered and they said no.
They said explore the Pride Lands with shopping and restaurants and follow Simba from cub to king.
That's crazy. I imagine like kids in France are still like watching the original Lion King.
And in Paris, they love the Lion King. Like, did you guys see that one Lion King show when you went?
No, it was dark when we were there.
Phenomenal. It was so good. Ugh, just loved it. Then they go back to Disneyland. They are creating a new show, Walt Disney's Magical Life, and it is the first ever audio animatronic of Walt.
This man will never rest. They will not let this man rest.
This is when they brought out Meghan Trainor to sing Feed the Birds.
Please don't.
They did.
Feed the birds. You know I'm all about feeding all the birds.
No. I can feed the birds.
And then
I feed the birds.
I feed the birds.
I feed the birds. That's improv, baby. I'm going back on mute.
Going back on mute. All right. And then they started playing the indie theme music. And what is his name? He's the actor in Indiana Jones. And then also
Harrison Ford?
No, the boy.
Kiwi Kwan?
Yes.
Oh, Kiwi Kwan.
He was the composer for this music. The entire indie song that they played. He was like the surprise composer. And then he came around and said,
"You mean the
actor?"
Yes, the actor was
he
being
didn't
the composer.
He didn't compose the music.
He was the visual. He was standing in as the composer. He did not compose the music itself.
The conductor.
He wasn't John Williams.
The conductor.
So, sorry, conductor. Well, the live streamer that I was, she was like, "Oh my god, that's John Williams," and they were like, he turned around and she was like, "Oh no, it's not." Okay, it was very. Oh shit! I just lost where I was. Gotta go back. And then
Kiwi Kwan wrote music.
No, conductor. Whatever.
I know. I was like, what?
Whatever. This is when I put in the chat. This is just a concert, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to Animal Kingdom, confirmed. And then they talked more about Dino Land, and this is the one thing they said was going away. This is the one official thing that they said.
They said
this is no longer.
Give that Semenosaurus one last hug because she's getting taken down.
And Josh said, take some time and go say goodbye to your dinosaurs. That's what he said. They did say Dino Land will become Tropical Americas in stages, and Indy will be one of 2 main attractions in the land. So what they said was you're going to walk over from Discovery Island, and the town is called Pueblo Esperanza, which Esperanza was my Spanish name in Spanish class. Anyway.
So it's in your honor.
Yeah, basically. Lush rainforests, classic Spanish facades, There's a fountain in the middle where everybody in the town will gather. There's a hacienda with food and showing different cultures from the region. And there is one Esperanza resident who has created a carousel. There, kids, you get a carousel. There, kids, you get an attraction in Dino Land again. For you. Same thing.
For you.
It is cute.
I love all the animals in Indiana Jones. It really makes sense to have Indiana Jones in Animal Kingdom.
You've never seen Indiana Jones?
Never seen Indiana Jones.
It's pretty. They're good.
I would assume so.
News alert. Yeah.
I would assume. But then on the other side of town is Encanto. And you're gonna walk up to the casita, and the casita is gonna move. And then,
wait, this isn't Indiana Jones then?
Indiana Jones is dinosaur.
Indiana Jones is dinosaur area.
We're talking about
Tropical Americas is the entire
Dino
Land
area.
Indiana Jones' new story, because it's not the same as it's the same ride path, but it's gonna be he's not in.
So we're done. We're done talking about Dino Land.
No,
this is part of.
This is still part of Dino Land.
Encanto and Indiana Jones.
Yes,
Tropical
Americas is the whole area. So Encanto is gonna be the Chester and Hester area. more to the like butting to the back against Finding Nemo.
I think it's gonna be yeah. It's gonna be like the whatever. Yes. The ride I hated. That's
Primeval Whirl.
Yeah. Primeval Whirl. So it's the premise is you arrive on the day that Antonio is receiving his gift.
Makes
so
sense,
the casita has
the one that talks to fucking animal.
Yep. So the casita has furniture that brings to life and will move you throughout the house, and then you end up in Antonio's room with all the animals. It will debut with Indy in the rest of the land in 2027.
I'll be dead by then.
There won't be what do you mean? There won't be in America by then, girl.
Then this is the part where I wanted to unalive just right then and there. They brought back out Skyler and Darren, and they started singing announcements. They sang the announcements.
Like as of what you've heard so far.
No,
like a new announcement
that I needed that I could not fully understand. The first one they sang to one of the songs from Princess and the Frog. I don't know, but at least it was that. So I understood that Tiana was opening a Disneyland Resort on November 15th.
Okay.
Thank God my little live person panned to the cue card situation. Yeah, so I could see what was happening. They confirmed the Zootopia show. And it is tough to be a bug, so very tough to be a bug. Which they did not say, but we know that's where it was because in 2 years ago they said that's what it was doing.
Yeah.
With a winter 2025 opening, a new
another year from now.
Yeah,
something they announced 2 years ago is opening next year
because they have yet to. First, they have to announce when it is tough to be a bug, so very tough. Cancels, it's gone. New lounge.
We didn't get an announcement whenever they shuttered Primeval Whirl forever. They just took it off. They just took it offline one day.
Our beloved Primeval Twirl.
Because Primeval Whirl has killed men.
That's unfortunate.
So has Carousel of Progress, and that girl is still running.
Not ours.
Not ours. Disneyland's.
Disneyland's.
And the Walt Disney World one didn't kill anyone.
No, it didn't kill anyone.
Oh, that's good.
There's a new lounge at Epcot, which is in that space right behind Spaceship Earth. That like empty.
Yes,
space
the old post show. Yeah.
Yep. So, been there.
Or is it the Siemens Lounge upstairs?
It's the Siemens Lounge upstairs.
Oh, okay.
A bar is coming to Epcot.
That's it, right?
Hold
That's
on
the
to
only
your
Epcot thing we got.
No test track.
At least it's indoors.
Oh, test track.
They did give, and then they sang those updates to Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
No!
And so I was like, and I'm watching on my phone. I have like full volume up. I'm like, what in the fuck are they saying? Oh my God. It was bonkers how annoying it was.
This is
Just keep going, Miranda.
Okay. Then all of a sudden, Billy Crystal came on stage.
Yay, Billy.
Yay, Billy.
We love Billy.
And they announced that a Monsters Inc. land was coming to Hollywood Studios, and the attraction that everybody watches the movie and is like, there's a ride right there. The swinging doors will become the first hang gliding coaster in Walt Disney World.
Suspended coaster.
Disney
World or DCA?
World coming to Hollywood Studios.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hollywood Studios. They said starts next year.
Rock and Roller Coaster or no? New area.
No. So that's the
RJ.
Am
I opening the can of worms?
You gotta wait, baby. Gotta wait. Then I just put Cars. Oh, and then Billy saying, I wouldn't have nothing if I didn't have you. Very cute, very cutesy. Very demure.
Very cutesy, very mindful.
Very mindful.
Very respectable.
What is this from?
That's all she does. She goes, it's like
she talks about what she wears to work. And she's like,
this is the makeup that I'm doing today. Just a little bit of eyeliner. Very cutesy, very demure.
Very mindful.
At lunch, I'm having a salad. Very demure.
Very mindful.
That's it. That's all.
Okay. They were saying this in our Culver's episode. So that's why I'm. That's why I'm like
funny.
Oh,
it's so good.
It's very funny.
Wow, we taught the Gen Z girlies something today.
Yes.
Cars. Cars to Magic Kingdom's Frontierland.
Wait, hold on.
Cars to Magic Kingdom's Frontierland with 2 attractions.
No, because this is not at the point where we knew it was going.
At
this point, we just know.
At this point, I said, "Oh, that's what's going. That's beyond
Big Thunder.
That's what the shooting arcade is going to replace." Okay, little cars game.
It is not a copy. It is not a copy paste of Cars Land, which is kind of sad because Radiator Springs Racers and Cars Land leading up to it, incredible. 10 out of 10. But I think they wanted to fit Frontier, 2 different attractions.
And I bet that it does seem like they wanted it really to fit Frontierland for sure. So they put Cars in Frontierland.
Yeah,
I agree. We're on the same page.
That makes a lot of sense.
They talked about the treasure. We'll have the Moana show, which we did know, but there is going to be a 50-foot tall puppet of Taka in this show.
Sure.
Incredible.
Is it this point when they announce 4 more fucking cruise
Hold on. The Disney Destiny will have Hercules as their main show. Casey, we are going on this ship. We are going on this ship. Then they brought Susan Egan. And then Susan Egan saying, like, of course. And then I thought it was Boys to Men. It was All for One. My streamer said it was Boys to Men. It was not. And then they were singing. Then they were.
Jesus,
okay.
Casey.
No, not you. Him. There's your streamer.
Her.
It was a streamer. My girl.
Stream her. It was not a stream her.
Stream her. And then they were singing "I Swear," the song. I swear. And I'm like, what in the wild fuck is happening? What is going? Why are they singing "I Swear" when we're talking about Disney Cruise Line? It's because Josh was like, something big is coming. I swear.
Boo. Boo.
And that's when he said there will be 4, in addition to the ships that are currently being built, there will be 4 more ships. So let's just do this math here. There are currently 5 Disney Cruise Line ships sailing right now. Okay. There are 4 in development.
Yeah.
What are the 4 in development?
Treasure, Destiny, Adventure, and the Japan one, which we don't have a name for yet. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And then 4. That's too many ships.
That's 13 ships.
That's 13. That's a big old fleet.
So are the oceans big enough to fit all of these ships?
Here's what I'm thinking. I guess we're just doing news right now.
Yeah.
Are they going to be a navy?
Yeah, they're going to war. We're going to war.
Are we going to war?
And then they started
talking. Let's just wrap our mind around it while we have the second.
Okay, yeah.
Because so do we think what's going to happen is like, how like the Wonder leaves Alaska to go to the Gulf, to go to Mexico.
I don't think
that
so
they'll
because
just
of
stay in Alaska and stay in Mexico.
Yes. Are we getting a 90-day cruise?
I don't think that.
We're getting a year-long cruise, the 9-month cruise,
because Alaska has sailing seasons. Like they're not operable in the winter.
But you could keep a couple ships just on the West Coast now forever.
Right.
Like so San Diego.
They'll keep the Wonder in the West Coast of Mexico, San Diego, and whatever. Yeah. They'll move another ship probably to Australia because that's where the Wonder is right now. I'm hoping one goes to South America. I have a silly
question.
Okay, what?
Well, you can actually go to Animal Kingdom in just a couple of years, and you can go to South
Tropical America.
Tropical America.
Yeah. What is your question?
Is the cruise like the Wonder? It's just one boat, or are there multiple boats?
Just one ship.
One vessel.
It's one vessel.
So like the ships, they go, if it's like, the Wonder is blah, 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 that's because it moved.
Yes.
Oh.
They are all just one ship. So I think the
ship that Miranda was on this year was a ship that someone else was on
30
in Galveston or whatever.
30 years ago in Galveston.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe one stays Galveston, does Galveston, New Orleans, like type of thing.
My mom keeps yapping about this Disney cruise ship that's in New Orleans, and I don't think exists. So yeah,
it does.
It will.
It does.
What is it?
They say it's a Galveston, New Orleans. Like they do it in like January.
What is that, like a
February.
2-day?
Yeah, they do like 2-3 nights.
Or
3-4 night usually. I think maybe even.
wow.
Well, I think it like went yeah, because I was looking for her and I was like, Mom, I don't see this on their website. I think it went away for a bit.
No, it's there. I want one to go to I want one to go to South America, and I'm wondering because Disney does river cruises, but they're not their ships. I'm wondering if they will do one just like over in the Danube or something.
Yeah, I would do a river cruise.
I love river cruises. I think they're so fun. Anyway,
can we get off the cruise line? I don't care.
You literally asked me to.
You did.
There's not any in New Orleans. I'm looking sailing to or departing from.
You gotta sail from Galveston.
What month?
January.
Any date. I think they've wiped it from their website.
We were considering doing one this January in 2024. So they did exist.
Not anymore.
Okay, so then they started talking about digital.
To Galveston. It's from Galveston.
No, they sail out of New Orleans.
Oh, they sail.
Yeah. Anyway. Then they started talking about
travel agent, but we don't. None of us do.
Yeah, I was like, why is everybody gaslighting me this week? Jesus. Then they started talking about Fortnite and like characters are coming to Fortnite, and this is where I was like, oh, it's done. We're done. Like because they literally they brought out Jennifer Lee, they brought out Pete Docter, they brought out Kevin Feige, like to talk about the characters coming to Fortnite. I was like, what? Who cares?
Parks and experiences.
Yeah,
and video games is under experiences.
At this point, it is 11:40 p.m.
Oh my god! I cannot believe you were up this late.
Oh my god, I was so freaking tired. It is 11:40 p.m. Casey has just come out of a film, and she goes,
I was at an improv
show. And she goes, I have no idea what is going on. I have 800 text messages. Because not only am I talking about it on this chat, I am talking about it in another group chat that also Casey is on.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I was like, all right, that's enough. I stopped watching. This was at 11:35. I stopped watching. All of a sudden.
A fool's errand.
A fool.
I seen a random thing on Twitter that was like, the magic mirror is on stage. And I got back on.
On stage.
I came on stage with Josh. And they confirmed.
To happily announce.
Villains Land is coming. It is coming. So this is like what I don't understand. Literally everything that they blue skied 2 years ago was what they announced this year.
Yep.
Everything that they blue skied.
Yeah.
Which I don't quite understand. And I don't quite trust. So
until we see it open, until I see a damn food cart in there, you know.
And so permits for Villains Land were filed yesterday. So
what's the Adam
not,
as the cartographer? What are we talking here? What's the survey?
They first file permits for the water, the Reedy Creek water table, blah 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 blah. Those are the first permits they filed.
So when they said Villains Land, we knew that's what was going Beyond Big Thunder because that was one of the things that they said Beyond Big Thunder. So that automatically goes Villains Land, Beyond Big Thunder, which then everyone should realize. They should have realized once we learned that that's what was going Beyond Big Thunder and we knew Cars Land was going to be in Frontierland, we should have known what was happening next. But we did not collectively learn until Monday morning when Disney tweeted a blog post.
Yep.
That indeed Cars Land will be replacing Rivers of America.
The Rivers of America.
And Tom Sawyer Island.
Correct.
Which, again, if people thought about it, they would have known. But everybody was on such a high on Saturday night that nobody realized that all of these things that they announced are going to replace something that some diehard fan group is going to be pissed about. So, Cars Land, we know, confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island.
Monsters Inc. We still don't know.
Still don't know.
That's so. Yes, Moana or Encanto and Indy taking over Dino Land confirmed. Zootopia has not been confirmed taking over It's Tough to Be a Bug, but we know it's they have not officially said it, and then they have not said where Monsters Inc. is going, and that is what
the girlies are pressed about.
They are pressed because
the concept art depicts different concepts.
Yes, so the concept art.
You were saying animation court, not.
It looks like
animation courtyard.
There's the main one where you're looking at it from above looks like
with
it's
like the headquarters.
Bay. Yeah. There's another one where it's like more of a street view and like Sully's out walking with guests, and that looks like it's Grand Avenue.
Grand Avenue, yes, because I was like that looks like the quinceañera store. Yeah.
So
then maybe they could just throw it over in Rock and Roller Coaster. Get rid of
and Lights Motor
Academy.
Yeah.
Lights Motors Action.
Lights Motor Action, not Light. Yeah. Racing Academy.
Yeah. So there are 3 possibilities, and the girls are freaking.
Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy is still there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it even stayed open when Rockin' was closed for like 8 months.
That's crazy.
Isn't it crazy that they did so much work at Hollywood Studios and it still feels like it is
not
a full day park?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're sitting at Baseline Tap for 4 hours, obviously.
Which is
then you're fine.
Then you're
not that. Yeah.
Not soon. Apparently, if it's gonna be Monsters Inc.
I didn't even think about that.
You're gonna be eating.
That's my petition.
You're gonna be eating at like a Monstropolis bar or whatever.
I did see that there was concept art for a Harryhausen's. And the concept art was Harryhausen's.
What is that?
It's the sushi place
they go to at the beginning of the movie.
That could be drive-in
with Cecilia. Is her name Cecilia?
Yeah,
his
Cecilia.
Yeah,
they might finally gut drive-in. That nasty ass carpet in there.
So it's all we don't know.
I don't know.
We don't know.
Because Baseline did not open until 2017.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Or early 2018.
Coco it was just DCA.
2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
like Baseline is too new. Like they're not gonna fuck with Baseline. Okay. Now that makes
they made a t-shirt.
Casey's like, I'm talking about my beloved.
Because here's the thing. I know that Muppets and Pizza Rizzo are not here for the long haul. I just know that.
No.
I know that Pizza Rizzo
which sucks because they put all that work into Pizza Rizzo.
They put all that work into Pizza Rizzo
and Grand Avenue, just in general. Yeah.
Yeah, Pizza Rizzo looks beautiful. Like,
is this gonna be your go off?
No, that's not my go off. On the outside, looks beautiful. Inside, it's still kind of the bones of whatever. But it's just like, but I still am like, it could go at any moment. They could do whatever the fuck they want.
4 p.m., 5 p.m.
Yeah, they close at 4 p.m.
The fact that it's still open is nuts.
Yes. Like we thought it was closing years ago because it wouldn't even be operational sometimes. But Baseline? You can't fuck with
Baseline's on the other side of the street. There has to be a walkway to get to Galaxy's Edge. I think Baseline's fine.
Yeah, that's a critical area.
On the right side.
It's on the side.
And if I can't eat at ABC Commissary and sit with my favorite ABC sitcom props, then I'm gonna fucking lose
Not
it.
even props.
I'm gonna fucking posters.
Posters. Just posters of
I
shows.
can't eat next to the giant poster of
of the Goldbergs.
Name me an ABC show right now.
That's
I was about to say Everybody Hates
Abbott
Chris, but I
Elementary.
think that's finished.
Abbott Elementary is the only one I know.
Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars. She's there.
She's there. So
she's not a sitcom, but
also there are 2 stores in the Muppet area that have still not reopened. Like
From
she's
COVID?
Yes, the Christmas store and then the big merchandise shop. They're still not open. So babies,
the Muppets
I'm
merchandise shop.
Yes, like girl, and it's like it was Muppets merch, but then also everything else too. Like it was just
she's opened post COVID, but not forever. Like she's been open post COVID.
What?
There's so much
The
gaslighting.
Muppet store.
No, it has not.
Okay.
It has not. I'm tired of being gaslit. I'm tired.
Oh, sorry.
I swear I've been in there, but maybe I didn't.
In the chat, they say they opened for a release and then closed.
Because and they closed off at one point. They did close off part of it, as well. But who knows? It's it's just one of those ones that they put some shit in, and then and then it's not. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because it's soon to be
it's gonna be bulldozed.
Soon to be Monstropolis.
They're gonna be selling those Monsters U hats like they're going out of business.
Those are that's a good hat. That's a good hat. I like that.
They
hat.
still have all of those. They bought so much. They made so much Monsters U.
The
merch.
But here's the thing. I also want it to be where Launch Bay and Disney Junior is because that also sucks. That's also another
that area of the park genuinely is bad.
Yes,
and
really
it is always
and it's
bad.
always been bad.
But ever since they basically cut the tour and the animation was done there, it has not been good.
Right,
it has been worthless.
It is
worthless. Casey.
So that's the only thing that's upsetting. Is they're both not equally, but they are both meh. Needs work to be done. There are both gaps that need to be filled.
It's the Muppets thing is weird to me because they really went out of their way to save Country Bear Jamboree in their minds. Mm-hmm. They saved Country Bear Jamboree. So it's then weird to be and now we're going to get rid of Jim Henson's last project he ever worked on.
And basically almost just demolishing Muppets IP from everywhere. Because they don't do the Great American Show in Liberty Square anymore, do they? No,
that's
no. Regal Eagle is the only thing.
The puppeteers were too much to pay.
Mm-hmm. Regal Eagle is the only thing then left, and that's barely nothing. No offense.
It's hardly anything. Yeah, so. That's a nice little addition. I mean, it's a nice little touch, but
a nod.
It's not supposed to be anything more than that. Yeah.
So,
oh boy.
But yeah.
Well, shall we go off?
Well, we shall.
Is there before we go off? Is there anything that of all of that? What is the most exciting? Please, God, don't say 4 cruise ships.
4 cruise ships is really exciting, but I hate it that I was I've been on 4 of the 5. I'm doing so well, and then they're 9 more are coming, and I'm well, okay, I'm never gonna be able to be on all of them, which is not. I had an attainable goal, and now I don't anymore. What am I?
Because you think you won't. You'll once you have a kid, you're just never gonna go on a trip ever again.
I don't know. It's expensive. 9 more ships. Technically 10 because I haven't been. All right, no. Yeah, 9 more ships I need to go on.
I think you guys are fine. I think everything's gonna work out, Miranda.
What if I die? What if
girl?
I guarantee you will. I guarantee you'll die someday.
And if you go, don't worry. Aretha will go on that cruise.
Yeah, Aretha's gonna go on.
Aretha will be on all the ships.
She's gonna. You're right. You're right. Okay.
She's gonna get all those medals, those trivia medals.
I think I am most excited about Monstropolis. I think I'm really excited about Monsters Inc. coming to Hollywood Studios.
That's the one for me as well.
I
don't give a
power
shit
of
about
Monsters,
any of
Inc.
the other
because
ones.
genuinely, I to this day, Monsters Inc. was one of the movies that I remember watching that I like raffled, itchballed.
It's gotta be top 3 Pixar films for me. What?
Just RJ being like, I was a child and thought Monsters Inc. was funny. That's like a unique experience that you had as a child.
I mean, 2001.
Put that thing back where it came from.
Or so help me.
Funniest thing ever created.
Yeah. It's a great film.
I am going to say that the thing that I got most. Oh, we didn't talk Miranda. Mando and Grogu are coming to Millennium Falcon.
Okay, so they're bringing a Mando and Grogu scene to the Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run, which they would typically do to Star Tours. And why would they not bring it to Star Tours? Because I wonder why. Because it's part of the demolishment for Monstropolis. That's why. Like, girls, the answers were all right there. And
they are cleaning. Yeah.
Nobody wanted to open their eyes. They just wanted their little rose-colored glasses on Saturday. Because it was exciting. It was overall very exciting to get all of that. Like, we are working on all of these projects.
New things.
Finally. It was a very successful D23 in that way. But again, these people don't realize that, like, you have to get rid of old things in order to make these new things. Like, you can't just, there's not space of
that's crazy
available.
if they did get rid of Star Tours, though. That'd be crazy.
Oh, thank God. Honestly, get rid of it. Demolish it. I'll give me a hammer.
I wonder if they could move it in Galaxy's Edge.
They probably could. I mean, they've got all that space.
It's not that big of a profile.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a little thing. Just like if they can move those cabins from Fort Wilderness,
exactly.
Star Tours.
Yeah, I mean, they could just keep building on to Star Wars.
That's the thing. I do like that. My favorite part about Star Tours is that the randomization and like you can build some. If there's a new whatever coming out, you can put an acolyte in. I don't know, like time travel.
So yeah, like that's the thing. Like so now, Mando and Grogu are going to Smuggler's Run. Yeah. So yeah, that's
well.
Going off. Let's do it.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, Adam's gonna go first.
Adam's raring to go.
Go off.
It's time to go off, Adam.
Okay, as someone.
Wait, hold on.
Thank you. As someone who was proposed to on Tom Sawyer Island, I have a unique perspective on losing the Rivers of America. The reason I am upset is actually has nothing to do with Tom Sawyer Island. I love Tom Sawyer Island, but I understand it is a glorified playground that is not accessible at the end of the day. Okay, so that is I'm not stupid. What I am worried about is that in order to replace an iconic piece of the park, which is the Rivers of America, that has been copied in every park around the globe, except for Shanghai, but they have their own water feature, blah, blah, blah. Every other park has this. I feel like you need to replace it with something that is just as worthy of being like a beautiful setting. Because that is part of the allure of that part of the park, is there's like, you have the town and then you have like the wilderness beyond the town. I'm sure the Cars ride will be great.
That is a crazy sentence.
But this is the company that was like, oh, you come in through Liberty Square. It's 1776. As you go around the Rivers of America, you advance through to the west and through time. Mm-hmm. And now just on your right side is going to be trucks.
Life is a highway, bitch.
I'm sure they will try their best to make it really nice. There's like concept art that looks kind of cool. They have like a cold area. They have like, you're going to go through different terrains. There's going to be different levels. That's all going to be cool. Walt Disney World is the size of San Francisco.
Literally.
There are acres, thousands of acres you could have put this ride. You even, I would say, have another part of this park that is begging for a redone car ride energy. One could even say. And yet that is not the place they chose this. I hope they reconsider. I hope they do. I would even be okay with them just shifting the ride back to the back island, because Tom Sawyer Island is made up of 2 islands. The back island, so then we still have like some river. I don't need the Liberty Bell to go. You can dry dock it for all I care.
Dry dock it. Yeah. Have people go up, take
have
pictures.
It be a little restaurant. I don't care.
Yeah.
But like, I still think that part of the park should be really pretty. I still think there is something to go. Like, the thing I loved most about going to Disneyland Paris is that Disneyland Paris is stunning from every single detail. Like, it is, everything is thought about meticulously, and there's no even places where you're like, oh, it's not like accessible to guests. It doesn't feel like it's not thought about. Everything is like beautiful and has a purpose, and like, I love Disneyland Paris. And it is a little bit of the like, well, there's this area that we can't really get a lot of guests on, and now we can get maybe more guests on in a ride. And I'm like, but your problem isn't that you don't have space in this park.
Right.
That's all.
My favorite tweet I saw was, I can't wait to be standing in queue for Haunted Mansion and hear, ka-chow!
I truly, that's all I can think about is like, even if you're like, okay, visually, I can ignore the fact that there are trucks next to me and they look like Jeeps, which is almost like, I'm even more annoyed that they're Jeeps.
Yeah.
Is that they're going to have car sounds. They're going to sound like cars. You're going to hear that in Frontierland.
You're going to hear Route 66 music.
Rascal Flatts is coming and recording.
He's getting there.
The soundtrack.
They are recording right now.
That is like, I am more almost frustrated by the auditory intrusion from the ride into Liberty Square. It's gonna be next to all of it. It's not just that it's Frontierland. It's next to.
They're gonna have to like pump in like into the cube or something.
And the thing is, I don't want to hear the people are like, well, there's a back road there. Well, there's retention ponds there. Well,
all of this is fake. You can move all of it. Yeah. You have more money than God. Please stop pretending like you don't have money.
Yes. Reroute the damn. They're like, well, cast services. Move it.
Move it.
Move it.
Move it.
Move it. I just... It's a bummer. I also think that there are people being absolutely bonkers on the other side, being like, I've been to Tom Sawyer Island every time I've ever been to this park, and it's so important.
No, and you do not go every time.
It's not that it's Tom Sawyer Island, although I think Tom Sawyer Island is very charming. But we live in 2024 where the idea of Tom Sawyer Island is you just send your kids over there
to a raft,
and you just let them play.
Let them play. You sit
but
around.
Parents do not do that anymore. Yeah. So the point of the island isn't even as effective as it once was because kids are too scared to just go like have an adventure because their parents are worried about them having an adventure. Mm-hmm. I understand, but like,
Jessica,
everybody needs to calm down. This does suck, but
everyone needs to go.
It's happening. So,
I can do mine real quick because I have to pick up dinner.
Of all the IPs,
there in Frontierland. And if like they weren't doing Villains Land and it was like beyond Big Thunder, where it's like you're progressing in time, so it's like 1776 to Frontierland to now the 1920s with Tiana, and then.
Yeah.
Cars like progressing. That would make that would have made more sense.
Yeah, just
like could you build beyond Fantasyland to make Villains Land? Like
right.
I read an argument that someone was like, because it's clear that you're going to go through different terrains and different like areas in the Cars ride. Like you could change it to being like instead of Frontierland, it's like Wilderness Land. So it's like different, because obviously like the Bayou is not the West. That's already like a problem. It was solved because it seemed like the water ended up going into the rivers of America. So that kind of helped that explanation. But like, whatever. So I mean, you could, if they wanted to go that route, they're not going to change Frontierland though. They're not going to change the name. No. They're not going to do that. So I don't know.
Okay, I'll go quickly, and then I have to go grab my food. There was a Disney person that tweeted like, well, clearly Inside Out 2 was the most popular movie of the year, so this is what the people want. They want the sequel.
Just say her name.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that on the podcast. Live forever, Adam.
No, that doesn't mean then this company who like builds on and mythologizes that they are the place that tells stories, wonderful stories, timeless stories, innovators. And they innovate the story. They are the leading, like people go to like prestigious art schools to work at this company in order to just tell Elsa's story again, like 5 years later. To tell Woody again, having to go through what an iPad is. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Also, just because Inside Out 2 was really popular, first of all, because it had like a good amount of time, Inside Out is like a unique perspective, a unique story that is a story that you would want to keep seeing how it evolves, because it's literally about a brain developing. Do you know what I mean? I don't care if Woody has to go through what AR is.
Didn't Woody leave?
Woody went through this.
Woody is gone. Woody said goodbye to all of his friends. Like, I'm on my own adventure now, pals. You're on your own, kid. And now he's back.
Peep.
And now he's back for Toy Story 5?
It's bizarre because Pixar made its name being like every single time we come out with a different story, it's still good. Like every single time.
Even if The Good Dinosaur wasn't great, it's still,
but like through the beginning of Pixar's career, it was not. They were not doing the thing of making sequels. They made Toy Story 2 because they had to make money. But then everything else was like original idea.
Because that's how it felt. Like I really like. Even early in the merger was like, okay, well then they're gonna pump out Walt Disney Studios, and then Pixar is still gonna be a place where people can like really be creative. Turning Red, like Bow, like those are unique story. Like, and I hate that it is now like, okay, for every 5 mega hits, 5 sequels, you get your one Beaver
original
thing. And it's
one Beaver.
You get your one Beaver weird thing. Then it's like, then why?
Called Hoppers, named after Hopper, the Disney villain voiced by Kevin Spacey. What are we doing?
Back to the drawing board, guys.
Immediately, I was like, "What is happening?"
You can keep the Beavers.
Keep the Beavers. Change the name.
Change the name.
Call it Chuck.
Call it Damn.
Chuckers.
Call it Damn. Yeah. I think we need to really think about what are we here? What was I made for? Do you know what I mean?
Made for?
What was I made for?
What do we think?
This is it is not just Disney. It is endemic of the entire Hollywood industry right now. Totally. Everything is a remake and now. Sequels and prequels, and
we have Shrek 17 coming up. Like it's Minions 35. Like it's just what's happening. But
but you just have the opportunity to lead and innovate, and you choose not to because the shareholders need to make money,
more money.
It's one thing too about a sequel, but a threequel, a fourquel, a fivequel,
a fivequel, part 4, part 5.
But also,
why do we need
why do we need
3? Make a TV show.
Make a TV show.
Yeah.
Give us a reason to keep Disney Plus.
Like Baymax, like Big Hero 6, they made a TV show. Just do that.
Just do that. Because
the thing is, the movies are going to come out and people are like, oh yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was good. It's going to be good or it's going to be fine. But like, why?
This is why we miss direct-to-VHSs. Because they could make their silly little sequels, their silly little threequels, and just put it on a VHS.
Disney Toon Studios.
Yeah. Give me back my Mulan 2.
Put Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 on VHS, baby, and just put it on the shelves. Like, some people will buy it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Well, that's for me. I'm gonna go grab
Okay.
our Culvers.
Wait, RJ, listen to mine, and then
Okay,
you
okay,
can
okay.
leave as soon as I
Okay.
finish it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm not important. I get it. That's fine.
No, Miranda, you get to go last. Because
Miranda, you
I'm
talked the
excited.
whole
You
episode.
talked the whole time.
I don't get to air grievances.
You do.
can air
You're
that grievance.
sprinkling it in. You were sprinkling it in.
Go ahead, Casey. Go
Okay.
Go
off.
ahead, Casey. Go ahead.
All right, folks. Here's what I got to say about all this. You know what I'm gonna say about all this? I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I'm standing in line for the ride. When I'm waiting for my virtual queue to come up so I can go into the land. I can't wait to be there. But until that is on my little phone and I gotta wake up at 5:59 a.m. so I can get in that queue and get into that land and get to stand in another line to go on the ride. And I paid for my lightning lane, but my Genie Plus, and so
No,
I'll
not Genie
believe it when
Plus.
I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe any of these things because you know what? We've been told all these exciting things before.
Mhm.
Where's our Mary Poppins fucking
Where's-
carousel?
Where is the
Where is
fucking
it?
Mary Poppins
Where's the Mary
carousel?
Where is she?
Poppins?
Where
Is she in the room with us? Is she behind somewhere? Because I'll believe that when I see it.
Where's the spaceship?
All of
Brenda?
Where's the spaceship
remember
Earth?
Galaxy's Edge, and we were gonna have all these crazy characters, and it was gonna be so amazing. You're gonna be able to see all your friends. Well, you get to see Chewie; he's there, and that's about it. So I'll believe all of this whenever it is all in fruition. And
Remember the Main Street Theater?
Yeah,
Adam?
and so I can't wait for all y'all
The
to be
Main Street
correct
Theater
about
is
all
my
of this.
Joker origin story.
Yeah,
Where's
Would
Where's
I
Brazil?
trade villains
Hi,
land
Brazil.
Hi,
for-
Brazil.
Hi, Brazil. Bye, Brazil.
Would I trade villains land for the Main Street Theater?
I would consider it. I would definitely trade cars for it.
I would
For
definitely
sure.
trade cars for a theater.
For sure.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so
So that's my thing. It's just, you know what? These are all great things, and I'm sure land is, moving. I'm sure they've got that shovel out
Dirt
there
is
right
moving,
now.
honey.
dirt is
But
moving.
until that dirt creates more than one attraction and maybe a fast casual barbecue restaurant where we can eat with Woody and friends.
I mean, this is like legitimately how they announced that Animal Kingdom was going to get Avatar in 2010, and then 7 years later, the land opened. Like,
Yeah,
I really need Disney to stop announcing things so early.
It's too many things.
It's
and it
because
takes
of
too long.
It's because it was
Universal.
Epic Universe. Yeah, they're being pressured, but it's like
They're
you knew Epic was happening.
I only want to hear at D23 everything that is going to be up until the next D23.
Yes.
I don't want to hear that you're breaking ground on something in 2026.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Say like, "Yep, we break ground tomorrow," or even just like, or go
right
back
now. Let's look at the live footage now. Look at them right here.
Or go back to not telling things, honestly,
Yes.
and let the fanboys speculate, make their little videos.
That's what's
that's what's
exciting.
Mhm.
Just let them do. You don't have to tell a goddamn thing. Save it for the investors meeting every biannual, bitch.
Mhm.
I mean, literally, they just Universal just announced all those fucking lands one by one for a park that's just opening next year.
Yeah,
but they've obviously known about it.
They've
for
obviously known things
years.
are happening, but they're not going to show. Yeah.
Can I say one more thing before we go to Miranda? I'm so sorry. I have one more. I have really one strong grievance.
You got the
and
finger.
This is for
We feel
Disneyland.
it.
You've got the finger. So
we are going to be on next year. This year, we are done 25 years that the People Mover tracks at Disneyland Park have sat
rotted,
empty,
gutted.
And if they don't at least just take them out at this point,
there
what
are
we
weeds
doing?
up there, bitch.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
That is another thing. Real quick, they in their little animation before, they were showing areas of all of the Disney parks around the world that they were foreshadowing what they were going to speak about, and they zoomed in on Tomorrowland. So everybody was just waiting for a Tomorrowland announcement.
Thing.
And Tomorrowland, I'm sorry, Disneyland's Tomorrowland needs an announcement.
Help. Yeah.
She needs an extreme
It's a
makeover.
parking
Call
lot
Ty
over
Pennington because she needs extreme makeover home edition, honey.
Honey.
Girl.
Oh, girl.
Girl.
Okay, Miranda, go.
What did I do to the Disney company? Of the four of us here, I've treated you the best. So what do you give me? Something I've always wanted. Thank you. You've given me a Lion King land. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I was so excited. In Paris. That's fine. I'll go back to Paris. Sure.
Yeah.
Happy to.
Love
Happy
Paris.
to.
Love Paris.
And-
Love Paris.
And Josh even said, he goes, based on the 1994 animated film. Slay. I'm in. Yes, let's go. Then they show the ride. Bitch, why is it a water ride with a drop? Why is it Splash Mountain? Why is it Tiana's Bayou Adventure? The ride that you know I hate the most. A ride with water and a ride with a drop. And that's the one Lion King attraction you are giving me? A Lion King girl.
Miranda literally can recite the entire movie.
Right now. Name
Right
a scene.
And she will do it.
I think that was the most, like, everybody's like, oh my God, they're taking out Muppets. I'm like, you're putting in a water ride about the Lion King. You're showing me Pride Rock in this land, and I have to get on a
And it's
water ride.
Yeah.
It's a waterfall. We're in the savannah, babe.
Where's the water?
Where's the water?
Yeah.
Is
My
this a
condolences.
mirage?
I had 2 people in my DMs that were like, I thought of you and I thought this was a personal attack.
Well,
Like, agreed.
it may
So
have
what
been.
did I do? Do I need to kiss? I'll kiss ass.
Well, you didn't do very good today, if that was your
I-
plan.
I literally just told you what happened today. I didn't say, I told
I would
you.
go back and watch the
I
tape.
read from a paper today.
You know what we didn't talk about? You know
There
what we
was-
forgot to mention?
What?
The fucking Avengers campus.
Oh
Stark,
yeah, I'm so sorry. There are so many
Stark
more Avengers, right?
Industries.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And then that e-ticket that they've literally, this is now the third D23
Yeah.
where we've heard about this Avengers e-ticket that is still not broken ground. We're going to hear it at the next
We
D23.
saw a ride vehicle. Yes.
We've seen a ride vehicle before, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yes, we saw
Um,
concept art of the ride vehicle last time.
Yeah. So
Now we saw a maquette.
And then there's like multiple
Someone 3D
more
printed it.
more Avengers rides coming across the world here. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah,
My
Hong
bad.
Kong's getting a Spider-Man drop tower, it looks like, potentially.
Shanghai is getting
Something else?
something Marvel.
Something Marvel, Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel. But yeah, so I'm just, it really dug at me. It really hurt me.
Did I say what I was most excited about? Did I say that
No.
earlier?
No.
Oh, I'm most excited for Casita, actually.
Oh yeah.
I think
I think-
Encanto's great.
Yeah.
And again, a clear example of something they should have been like, this was a phenomenon. People, like, this song became number 1, blah, 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 blah. But it didn't make the box office numbers, even though it
Didn't.
came out the year after COVID.
Yeah. I am worried the Encanto ride is going to be a lot of screens.
Oh, it's 100% gonna be a lot of screens.
Yeah.
I
But
don't-
I
It's
mean,
gonna
if
be
it's like-
it's gonna
if
be
it's like-
Ratatouille.
yeah.
Well, I'm hoping it's more like Runaway Railway.
Oh, I hope. Yeah, that's a good point. I hope it's like that too.
That would
Good
be,
point.
that's a nice mix, I feel like.
Yeah, like a 2.5D.
Yeah, it won't be, but yeah.
I'm excited for the Coco ride too, Jessica. It looks like just like a traditional little dark ride. But that's what's so funny. Like they said all of these things, and instead of putting them in the obvious locations like Coco in the Mexico Pavilion, Cars, Test Track, they're like
Mhm.
Coco in DCA, Cars in Frontierland. Like they're just missing it.
I'm
Like make it
honestly,
easier on yourself.
yeah, I honestly am kind of like, DCA is just such a, I don't know. I feel like they could totally redo the like what is that like like the Paradise Pier area, like the pizza, the Boulevard Pizza place, and the Goofy Sky School, and just make that like a cocoa area, like just fully.
That's probably
have
where
that. That's probably where. Yeah, that's probably where it's going.
Yeah.
Because like nobody, and like, come on, let's get rid of the Zephyr. Let's get rid of the Golden Zephyr.
Let's get rid of her. Let's get rid of the jumping jellyfish, bitch.
The jumping jellyfish. I did laugh at somebody showed a sky view of the waters where World of Color is. What's it called? I forget. And they were like, they're like, you want to know where that Coco ride is going? Because it was a body of water.
Yeah, because Podcast Ride talked about this, and there isn't a ton of land over there because it does butt up against the hotel, but there's enough just like in that area that they could just totally retheme that area to fully always being like a Dia de los Muertos, like a just like a very like Sugar Skulls fun festival vibe all year round. Because I mean, like, you know, California just has like a high, like, you know, Hispanic
Mexican population.
So that I think
historically Mexico.
Believe it's Bye Bye Goofy Sky School.
Yeah, I think that would be smart. You can theme that area to like the southern tip of California, like where it basically is like almost Tijuana at that point.
Yeah.
Or is it Guadalajara? One of those.
Honestly, who cares about Grizzly Peak? Who cares about like let's can we get rid of the water right there? Grizzly River Rapids and get something else?
Sure.
Make it Brother Bear.
Make it Brother Bear. Make it Brother Bear.
I can't believe Epcot's only actual announcement was a bar. I understand that they just finished Epcot.
Yeah.
But you cut like 4 things from Epcot.
A friend of mine, apparently, I thought she worked in merchandising in Magic Kingdom. She apparently was working on that lounge. So, and then I'm like, is it a DVC lounge? That's my question. Is it a DVC lounge?
Oh, we didn't mention the Pirates Lounge at.
Sorry. The Pirates Lounge is coming to fruition as well.
And it shows people drinking booze.
Miranda, any updates on the Reflections Resort that's coming that they announced definitely last time?
They did not say anything about any new resorts, any openings of any resorts currently that are being built or added on to. Nothing. Nada. So.
Also, like, for as much talk as there was about like the Disney expansion, Disneyland
forward,
there was
right.
Like,
nothing. That's what I was thinking. It was going to be entirely. I thought it was going to like confirm some things like Zootopia into Bugs, and then Dino Land Rehall, and then Disneyland.
Because like I saw people saying like they might do like Avatar. They might get rid of like Monsters Inc. like that area. And put it there, which like would make sense. But then like, what was all of that for? I don't know, whatever. But that's why they didn't do Blue Sky, guys.
That's why they didn't do the Blue Sky.
That's why I didn't do Blue
and
Sky.
It's all real and it's all happening.
But
yeah,
it was overall one of the best D23s I think in a while, just because everybody needed a little. This is happening. They needed the verbiage, the verbal confirmation, you know.
Yeah. Well,
but we shall see. We shall see.
We shall see. Okay.
We shall see.
Well, this was fun. RJ's gone, so I'm gonna close up the shop here. Don't forget, you can always find us on wherever you get your podcasts. Plus, if you want even more content, if you say this hour and 34 minutes of us talking about D23 isn't enough, you can find us on Patreon, guys. We are at patreon.com/did you read the group chat, and there we do.
You got to hear about Miranda's cruise.
3 bonus episodes a month. Yesterday, Miranda's Alaskan Adventure cruise came out.
Next week
it's gonna be us talking about Culvers. The week after, it might just be me and Miranda doing another one of those.
We gotta do it Monday, girl, because I'm off next week, babes.
I know, girl. It's already on my calendar for Monday.
Oh my god. Oh, it is. Oh
yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Oh, a girly pop. We're getting a girly pop.
We might get a little girly pop.
We need more Miranda since she's gonna be gone for 2
weeks.
Oof. Because then she comes back and it's all gonna be on Patreon hearing about
oh yeah, that will be I was gonna say September's gonna be a heavy Miranda Patreon month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be
actually
it's gonna be obnoxious.
It's gonna be
it's too much for the listeners. We want people. No,
yeah.
We all know I'm the least favorite of the 4, so maybe let's sprinkle in a little more.
No, I'm the least favorite. That's why I'm willing to go whenever you tell me to. I'm willing to depart the pod. Okay, so yes, find us on Patreon. Please rate, review, subscribe if you can. It's always great to leave a review so that people can find our podcast even easier. And that's it for this week, guys. See you next week when it's time to read the group chat again. Goodbye.
Bye.
Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.
Thanks for listening to the show. You can find us on Instagram at Did You Read the Pod and TikTok at Did You Read the Group Chat. You can also join the group chat on Facebook and the Discord server. Links on the episode details. The best way to support the show is by sharing the podcast to your friends and by leaving ratings and reviews. You can leave a 5-star rating on Spotify and a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and we'll read them on the show. Our theme, KK Cruisin' Lo-Fi, is by Closed on Sunday. Find their music on Spotify and YouTube as Closed on Sunday. See you next time, besties, and don't forget to read the group chat.